First into the repair shop today, widower Albert Thompson and his daughter Lynn. He's hoping the team can help restore a beloved item that holds dear memories for him.
The radio, to me, it means a lot. It was 1950s when we bought it, so yeah, it's been with us a long, long time, and I just don't want to get rid of it. I want it to be working again.
Mark will need to draw upon a lifetime's passion and experience in electronics and radio to get this very special item playing again.
I can see there are a couple of things already which are going to cause an issue. One, we have a broken connection on what looks like the long wave coil, and I can see there's numerous components which will be needed to be replaced for safety anyway. So the first thing I've got to do now, of course, is get the actual chassis separated from the external case. And then this case then can go over to one of the other experts to start looking on how they're going to clean it up.
Gear and cog genius Steve Fletcher has delved into his store of bits and bobs.
I'm just about to start the knurling of the lamp stand that's going to be the outside of the tuning knob. And knurling is basically putting a texture on a piece of metal or anything, actually, just to give it some grip. That's brilliant. That works really, really well. Very, very pleased with that.
Mark, meanwhile, has identified yet another issue with the circuitry.
So if I look very carefully here, in fact, I can tell that there is actually a break in the wire, which I didn't initially see.
As Mark addresses the broken wire, then it's time to bring back the test equipment.
It's trying to pick up, but I don't think the oscillator's still functioning right. There might be another break somewhere. No, there's a lot more to do with this.
Having swapped out the broken aerial for a donor unit, Mark reconnects and solders the wires.
This actually looks very encouraging. We've now got what we call a sinusoidal waveform. That is one which is repetitive, goes up and down, and that is working well. Looking at it, I can tell straight away it's operating in the long wave bandwidth. We have a switch on the radio for medium wave. Yeah, look at that. We've actually have got both functioning. So that now tells me we've got a good chance of getting this old lady back into operation again.
Owner Albert was just 22 when he and his then-girlfriend Eileen bought the radio, which provided the soundtrack to their love story for over 50 years. Daughter Lynn has returned with him.
It's been an absolutely fantastic ordeal. I never expected that, never. I didn't think he'd be able to do it, and it's all nice and clean, isn't it?
I think just looking at it, we was like, wow, but then to actually hear it playing was even better.
He's made an absolutely superb job. I am absolutely over the moon with it.
Stephen Ward and his 10-year-old daughter Jessica have brought another member of the family who has seen better days.
Big Ted.
Oh, he doesn't look very big, does he?
Doesn't at the moment. He's looking a bit sad and sorry and needs some tender, loving care, I think.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh.
All right, let's
So
go.
he's obviously empty.
He's empty and he's been in this bag for about 15 years.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
So he is Big Ted.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
And we don't know what type he is. And
OK.
he was bought by my father in 1963 for my mum. My mum was 17 at the time, so they just started going out with each other. So I think it was a young love, grandiose gesture, great big teddy bear. I used to sit on his lap and read books when I was a young boy.
You used to sit...
So I would read, and or my mum and dad would read to me when I was sitting on his lap. And then when my mum and dad moved up to the far north of Scotland, he came with us. And then he was about to be thrown out, so I emptied him out, put him in the bin bag.
I was going to
And
say,
always
how
said,
did he come to be empty and
Well, it was
inside
easier
out,
to
so-
transport that way. And I moved, and then when I got married, and Jessica came along 10 years ago, I always said, we must get him repaired.
What's his future?
He'll be Jessica's.
Have you got many?
Too many sometimes.
You can never have too many.
Do you know what? I say that all the time.
Yeah, we're going to need a bigger car.
I think maybe.
OK, thank you very much.
Thank you for
nice
bringing
to meet
him
you.
to us.
Thank you.
It's going to be fun to see him back to full health and fully stuffed, isn't it, Jess?
Yes. At the moment, we are working on the main repairs that Big Ted needs.
I've come across some holes in Big Ted's fabric, and for this one, I'm going to have to actually patch it. Hopefully, he's got enough fluff still on him that when we groom him through, that little bare bit won't show. Bare bit. That's a good one. The bald patch won't show. So we've just got to sort of painstakingly work our way around the whole of his body, make sure we haven't missed anything, and then he'll be all strong again. This is probably the biggest bear that we've ever worked on.
With the stuffing starting to fill out Big Ted's nooks and crannies, it's time to pop his eyes back on.
The eyes are actually quite small for such a big Ted.
It's like putting on the fiddliest pair of earrings in the dark.
Yes.
Big Ted's family due back to collect him. There's just enough time to reinstate his distinguished features.
Pleased? High five? I think we need a hug this time.
Yeah, I do. Hello, welcome back.
Last time I saw him was flat.
Yes, in a bin bag.
In a bin bag, yeah.
I think we should just let them see, don't you?
Yeah, we won't make you suffer. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, wow! That's amazing. What do you think?
I can't even talk.
Seeing him for that first time just blew me away. I was speechless. And he looked absolutely brand new.
Are we ready?
Next into the repair shop are Nigel and Viv Birch, bringing with them a fragile piece of family history.
It's a sort of a sign of my grandfather's courage in adversity, almost. And now that my son is in a similar sort of position, it's going to be really nice to be able to pass that on down to him and give him some sort of inspiration as well.
Clockmaker Steve is cleaning the brass components of the ornate Victorian skeleton clock. He can now begin work repairing the worn pivot that had caused the clock to stop.
Good, that's straightened out nicely.
Steve's in his element repairing this antique timepiece, but he's going to need help from his fellow craftsmen to complete the job. Will Kirk is the go-to guy when it comes to wood restoration.
Ooh, missing some veneer there.
Yeah, and I wonder whether that's Brenton's field there, putting that metal inlay in. Brenton,
Brenton
come and have a
thing.
look at this. Could you help by filling in that inlay there?
So
it's
just
metal.
Yeah, I can pierce you a new one of those. So if I make that, fit that, and then you can
stick it in.
Glue it in when you've done your veneer. Yeah.
Sounds like teamwork.
Okay, Will. I've sawn the photocopy out.
Great job.
Okay. Now I've left a piece of paper on top to stop you scratching it, because that's polished underneath. That's upside down. Brilliant.
Job.
Excellent.
Lovely. Thanks a lot,
Okay,
Brenton.
no worries.
Cheers.
With all the components cleaned and repaired, it's time to rebuild the elaborate mechanism.
Just make sure all the wheels turn. Good. I'm going to pop the pendulum on. And all being well, it will tick away merrily. There, beautiful.
With the final pieces in place, all that's left is for Steve to reveal his work to owners Nigel and Viv. With them is their son, Peter, who's taken a break from his Paralympic training to accompany his parents.
Hi, Stephen. Nice to see you again.
You too.
My son, Peter.
Hello. Nice to meet you. Hi. OK, well, I'll not keep you in suspense any longer. So...
Oh, crikey, that's amazing. What a job you've done.
It's the colour I can't get over. That's just sparkling, isn't it? Oh, it's going to be treasure, that's for sure.
Yeah. I'll shake your hand, Stephen, over this side.
Absolutely.
That's lovely. When Steve first unveiled the clock, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. After all those years looking at it, from how I'd remembered it to seeing what it actually should be like, just knocked me flat, really.
just looking at it, it was just so amazing. It just didn't look like the same clock that we brought in.
Next into the repair shop, Graham Hinson and his sister Janet. They're here to see master saddle maker Susie Fletcher, the repair shop's leather expert.
I have a belt which used to belong to my late father. It's a very delicate army belt.
Right.
And there's quite a story to this. My father served during the Second World War and was part of the D-Day landings, was taken through Belgium, Holland, eventually into Germany, in Fallenbostel prison of war camp. It was the one thing he kept from the war.
And he constantly wore it, day after day. To the
About-
point where it almost disintegrated, and he tried himself to do some repairs on it so he could continue wearing it. So we'd like to take it back to the military museum at Fallenbostel, where I think Dad would like it to be.
Well, I will get on with it.
Look forward to that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for bringing it in.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, bye-bye.
Outside, Susie begins by taking apart the old repair.
Yeah?
She can then turn her attention to the leather itself, which has become brittle and flaky with age. She is going to strengthen it by gluing on a pigskin backing leather.
It's one of those jobs that you don't want to dilly-dally over. You need to get on and get it done. That's looking great. Really happy with that.
Susie now faces the challenge of getting the longer, more delicate piece onto the sticky backing.
And just hope that everything holds together.
All that remains is to apply a finishing leather restorer.
This will just feed the leather a little bit and also help keep it supple. This being the last thing that I need to do before Jan and Graham come in. I'm looking forward to seeing their faces when they see the leather belt and get their reactions to it.
Graham and Janet's father, Peter, was presented with the belt by a German prisoner of war, Franz, as a token of appreciation for his kindness. Now they have returned to collect the belt they remember their father wearing throughout his life.
Hello again.
Hello
again.
How are we?
Excited.
Are you?
Yes. Oh my God.
Okay. Well,
It's
it looks
like it's brought back to life.
It looks totally different again.
Oh, it's just wonderful.
Oh, my goodness me.
And you can see all
You can
these,
actually,
see
I can feel the
everything.
strength in it now. Yeah, that means so much to us.
It's just
Fantastic.
wonderful. Thank you.
Let me give you a hug.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That means such a lot to us.
Absolutely my pleasure.
Thank you.
You are so welcome.
Thank you.
That's just wonderful. It's just wonderful. I don't know what else to say. Thank you so very much.
You are so welcome.
It's really emotional to see it how I remembered it.
And I know my dad would be eternally grateful.
What is it we've got here, then?
Well, we've got, I think, it's a mutoscope made in New York.
So how old do you think this is? I would have thought that was probably about 1926.
It's mostly on piers in the UK.
Okay.
And you put a penny in and you turn the handle and you have a woman dancing with sort of veils on. Slightly risque then.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I found it in 1967 and I was installing a jukebox in this hotel and I found it outside. So I bought it for £2, which was half my week's wages then.
You must have really wanted it.
Well, I did, because I'd never seen one before. So I took the handle off to get it re-chromed.
Oh, I see what you mean.
My wife, Annie, she happened to lose the cog that's in there, which drives the drive mechanism. That was, I think, 40 years ago.
David and his wife, Annie, had always intended to restore the mutoscope together, but ran out of time.
I'd like you to restore it in her name, if possible.
Absolutely. That's really lovely. OK, so I think you're maybe confident on the insides, but it would be nice to do the outside, wouldn't it? If we're going to put so much effort into the interior to get it working.
Yeah. So my wife, every day she came to see me in hospital, she always put lipstick on, red lipstick, and it was her signature. Lovely lipstick. Could we have it in red?
Pillar box red.
Yeah, nice red.
Brilliant, perfect. It's a really nice reason. to do it red.
Yeah.
Well, let's do it red.
Yeah.
Let's see what we can do.
OK.
We're home and dry.
Thanks very much. Thanks. See you again. Thank you.
The two halves that Tim and Dom have been working on are about to be reunited.
Here you go, Tim.
Oh, right.
Finished at last.
That is absolutely gorgeous. This stand
is very close to what it would have sat on nearly 100 years ago.
I'm astonished with that. I'm absolutely stunned.
Thank you, Tim.
Tim fits the replacement gear, sourced from the vintage hand drill. The crank handle is then wiggled into place. Now it's time for the picture reel.
And I think we're ready. Let's see if we've got her now. Ah, yes. We have light, we have action. I first saw one of these on the pier, on the old West Pier in Brighton when I was a kid. I always wanted to take the back off and have a look inside and see how it worked. So I hope David's as happy as I am. David, welcome back to the repair shop.
Thank you, Dom. How are you?
Great to see you again.
Oh, wow. Fantastic. That is just amazing. Look at the stand.
Well, you've got to thank Dom for that.
Dom, brilliant.
It's a little bit more useful now it's on its stand.
No, it's a perfect height. Wow. Thank you so much. That is just brilliant.
Did we get the colour right?
I know, you did. You did. Every time I see this, I should think of my Annie. It's just fantastic. I can't wait to get it home. I'm going to get my grandchildren round to play on it first. The thing that was going through my mind was my wife, Annie. Just thinking of her. It's just such a lovely thing to be able to have this machine to remind me of her every time I walk in the room and see it.
Luthier David Kennett is hitting all the right notes in his quest to restore a bass guitar that in its heyday played the hits of Hot Chocolate.
This guitar has got this rather nasty sort of gouge in the neck here. So what I'm actually doing is just starting to thin down the neck using a spoke shave until I start to come down below the surface and get into fresh wood. And I want to keep the shape of the neck.
After the sanding down, David applies a stain, colour matching it back to the original.
That looks really nice to me. I'm happy with that.
David can now turn his attention to the main body of the guitar, its lacquered surface dull and grimy with age.
What I want to do now is just give the whole of the body a really good clean.
It's goodbye to the unwelcome stickers, then a thorough going over with a cleaning solution.
I'm pleased with how this is coming up. I can see some of the shine is coming back onto this body.
David's next task is to refret the guitar. Once pressed level into place, the frets are sanded flat, then polished up.
The very last thing to do now is just to oil the fretboard. Just makes the playing surface so much nicer as well.
Danny Wilson, son of a Hot Chocolate founding member, is back to collect the guitar that his dad made musical history on, along with his mum, Margaret.
Hello. Nice to see you both again.
Hello, I'm Steve.
Hello, Steve.
Hello, Margaret. Hi, Chloe.
Hi, David.
Hello.
We were very excited when we went away to see how it would turn out.
So remember we talked about a restoration that keeps the integrity of the guitar, but also it's still your dad's guitar.
That's fantastic. It's great, David. Really, really great. Thank you.
It's a miracle.
I believe in miracles. So I had to get that one in there. I had to.
So what do you think your father, Tony Wilson, would think of it now?
He'd be thrilled. He'd be absolutely thrilled with that.
Yeah.
Really. To look at it and for him to see it like this, I'll obviously take pictures and...
You might ask for it back.
No chance, he's not getting it back. No. I'm going to start to learn it now, so I'm sure he'll be thrilled.
Do you want to hear what it sounds like?
Love to.
Incredible.
Brilliant. Dad would be amazed, wouldn't he?
Certainly would.
Well, it's been a pleasure to work on it and bring it back to life.
Fantastic. We can't thank you enough, David, really. It's fantastic.
Brilliant.
Well done. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Over the moon. And Dad would be really chuffed. Really chuffed.
It'll be like deja vu if Danny learns to play the bass. It's great. I feel quite emotional, actually.
First time I've seen Mum lost for words, I think.
Hi, I'm Dom.
They have travelled from Gosport in Hampshire in search of a man who knows his metal.
What have you brought for us? Wow. That. Right, well, let's try and get it in the barn.
Dominic Chinea is the expert now in charge of this rusty relic, a century-old weather vane.
This is amazing. It is absolutely brilliant.
It was on top of the Gosport Methodist Church spire for approximately 98 years.
Wow. Has it come down recently, or...?
No, it came down in 2002.
It is very rusty. It needs an awful lot of work.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a very big job. If we can save it, or at least get it into a bit better shape,
yeah.
What do you plan to do with it afterwards?
Well, what we would like to do is put it into the church garden.
Brilliant.
You know, at least it'll be on show then.
As it's part of the heritage of the church, I think that's why it's important that we try and get it restored and people can actually see it again.
Well, I'll do the best I can. It is a big job.
That's
so
all that one can ask for.
We'll do what we can.
Yeah, but mind your fingers, there's some sharp edges in there.
Thank you all so much for bringing it in. It's been a pleasure meeting you.
Been a pleasure.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Thanks, Hayden.
Thank you. Good luck. Yeah.
Goodbye. It's quite overwhelming at the moment how rusty it actually is. Probably one of the rustiest things I've worked on. And also one of the most fragile, even though it's so heavy. The most obvious thing here is I'm missing an E, which is really unfortunate, so we're going to have to remake that. So there's quite a lot to do.
Dom's poured hours of hard work into the renovation. A huge item, and one of the most damaged pieces he's ever faced. He's painted the nearly intact structure to replicate the original shade. And he's now gilding accents with gold leaf.
I think it's really worth just going this extra mile, just putting the gold leaf on. It's really going to do it justice.
Dom set a course to the coastal town of Gosport in Hampshire to deliver the weather vane back to the community.
I'm feeling really anxious. Excited, but really anxious to see Brian's face when he sees the weather vane. It looks so different to when he brought it down to us. I don't know how he's going to react to it. What are you hoping to see?
Even if you've only put another letter on and given it a coat of paint, you know, so it looks respectable, you know, that's all we would ask for.
Oh, I want to show it to you outside. I can't wait for you to see it outside. Yeah. I know there's a lot of people outside waiting to see it.
Are you all excited to see it? Because I am. Yes. Oh, right, let's go. Oh, my goodness me. Wow. Oh, goodness. Oh, look at that. It's moving. Oh, that was sea solid when we... And, oh, there we know which way the wind's blowing.
Absolutely fantastic. Don's done a marvellous job with it. I really can't believe how it's turned out. It really is wonderful.
That, to us now, will be cherished for years and years and years to come.
Next into the repair shop, Claire Short and her husband Tom from Leicestershire, with a gift that marked a milestone birthday. Ralph was designed by Dimitri Omersa, a political refugee from former Yugoslavia. Dimitri moved to England in 1955 and found work in the leather trade. His creations included leather elephants, donkeys and rhinos, and they are still being produced and sold today. Susie has plumped Ralph the rhino and restitched his bottom.
Ralph now has his tail back on, which is looking really rather lovely. Good. Good, happy with that.
But Ralph's hide is still bearing the scars of a tangle with the family cat.
I've just mixed up some PVA with a bit of water. I want it to be quite liquid, this, so that I can get it down in where those holes are. I don't want to saturate it. You just want enough on there so it's going to reattach. Whilst it looks quite extreme, the damage, and actually there is a fair amount here to do, the good news is that this leather is such good quality and it's got some thickness to it. It's going to repair very nicely. If it had been a thinner leather, this would have torn all the way through. This is going to come out really quite nice. It's just going to take a little bit of time gluing all these little bits back. Now I think it's time for Ralph to be given a bit of food. His hide has got very, very dry. It is a bit dull. Leather, when it's tanned, has oils and fats put into the hide to help keep it supple. And the feeding replaces the oils and the greases that the leather can lose just by being out in the atmosphere. I find looking after leather incredibly therapeutic myself because you just see it coming back to life.
Ralph is ready to be reunited with his owner, Claire.
I'm really excited and nervous about being reunited with Ralph. I'm looking forward to seeing him because I've really missed him. I'm hoping that Susie has been able to make Ralph look handsome and proud and that we can all enjoy him.
Look at him.
He's beautiful. I'm really thrilled. He's more beautiful than I imagined.
He looks absolutely perfect. You've really struck a fine balance with keeping the history but making Ralph proud again.
It's nice to remember that I was 18 once and that I had a fantastic birthday with my mum and my whole family. And Ralph is a memory of that 18th birthday, something to keep forever.
Next, to bless the repair shop with a visit, Reverend Mike Kinner. He's here to see the repair shop's authority in all things clockwork, Steve Fletcher.
Hello there.
I'm Steve.
Hi, Steve. I'm Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Good to meet you.
What have you brought in?
Ah, well, I got my Jaguar, but it's in my pocket.
Oh my goodness. Pop it on here. Let's have a look at it. That's very smart.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah.
It's heavier than I thought it was.
It is, yes. It's quite a solid lump.
Where does this come from?
Well, my father, when I was about 11 or 12, was sent to America. He brought it back as a present.
This must have been quite an expensive gift when it was new, I'd imagine.
I guess it was. We weren't a well-off family. My father was an engineer, but he was sent to America for just 3 weeks, I think it was.
Right.
And my sister and I had a post office savings account each. And he borrowed £10 off us each to buy a new suit to go.
Oh, my goodness.
So, you see, it was to buy something like that. Heaven knows what it cost, but, I mean, it was a big deal.
That was a lot.
Yeah. This hasn't worked for 50 years, I should think.
For 50 years, right?
Gotta be, yeah.
OK.
Yeah.
OK, and have you got the key for it?
I'm sorry, I haven't got the key, no.
OK. It's a beautifully made piece.
It is, isn't it?
If I can get it going, what sort of memories will it bring back to you?
Yeah, well, it'll bring back memories of childhood, obviously, and memories of father. My father's been deceased now for 18 years, so it'd be nice to say, well, there's a link back again, and I can hand it on to either my son or my grandson one day, provided I don't play with it too much.
This little beauty was produced by the German firm Premita, which first manufactured toy cars in 1948. These models' big selling point was that an adult could stand on the toy and it wouldn't break. And Steve's hoping this one has proved just as durable.
Just having the first look at the car, this is the time when I find out whether it's absolutely falling apart in there or whether there's just some small repairs that need doing. And some of the screws will be holding some of the mechanism. I don't want to take the wrong screw out and hear a whiz bang where everything comes loose. There is an issue with the teeth, and they are damaged slightly on the tips. I've worked out from a picture the scale of the key here and worked out the actual size from measuring the car that I've got. And I found a couple of old pieces of brass, and I'm about to start cutting them up and joining the various bits together until I get to that.
Owner Mike has returned to collect his beloved childhood toy, which has lain stationary on a shelf for half a century.
I'm hoping that it will work and that it will remind me of the times that I played with it when I was a child and bring back those good memories when I first had it and it was brought back to me by my father. It's quite emotional, really, because it's been stationary for so many years. Mending the actual mechanism in the car was wonderful, but the key is a real work of art and something to behold. The key, for me, is the icing on the cake.
First into the repair shop, Hugh Bannister from Rossshire in the Highlands, and a push bike with a patriotic past. Tim Gunn has been restoring bikes since he was a boy, learning his trade from his father.
What a lovely old bike.
It was bought by my mother second-hand in 1937. Used it for commuting around Oxford before the war. And then she was called up to be one of the code breakers at Bletchley Park.
Oh, really?
Bletchley Park was the top-secret home of the code breakers, employed to crack enemy communications in World War II. Hugh's mum, Rachel, played a vital role in the war effort.
She was seconded to Hut 6, which was one of the main code-breaking rooms at Bletchley Park, and went there with the bike that we've got here today. And then at Bletchley Park, she met my father, who was another of the code breakers. Their eyes met, obviously, over the code room. I don't know the history of it, but presumably that is what happened. And they got married whilst they were stationed
So
there.
this was quite important to the war effort, in a way, if it was transporting a mother to Bletchley Park.
I suppose you could say that.
And what's your very earliest memory of this bike?
It had a wee saddle on here that I used to sit on, and I used to hold the handlebars while she was pedalling.
It's got great sentimental value.
Indeed, yes. She is now 99.
Okay.
Right,
Wow.
okay.
And still living in the same house.
Is your mother looking forward to seeing it restored?
She is really looking forward to seeing it, yes, because she's got a great deal of sentimental attachment to it. It's been with her all her life.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Lovely to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The bike was manufactured by the Birmingham Small Arms Company. Founded in 1861, they produced high-quality metal goods, from military and sporting firearms to cars, bikes and buses.
There's a few things that are broken, that are worn out, that just need replacing. For instance, the handlebars, obviously that rear brake linkage is broken, so that needs replacing. The saddle here, that's a little bit too far gone, and I think we need to try and find a replacement of some sort. Also, the rear hub, it's basically worn out. But other than that, it's got its original paintwork. It just wants a good clean and a good overhaul.
With Dom repairing the cracked mud guards, Tim can turn his attention to the brakes.
This brake rod here is broken. I've got to undo that nut, and then I've got to try and pull that broken rod out inside there, and then I'm going to weld it to the end. It's quite easy just to replace that with a brand new one, but this bike's been through World War II, and I'd like to put that original piece back together again. Right, we're in first gear now. That's second gear. And that's third gear. I'm now happy with the gears. The brakes just need a final adjustment and just a little bit of a tweak here and there, but the bike is now back together.
Tim's work is done, and just in time. Hugh has returned from the far north of Scotland to collect his mother's treasured pushbike.
I'm going to take the bicycle to my mother's house, and I think she'll be absolutely delighted. It does bring back very happy memories.
Ex-firefighter Stuart Knott is keen to get an expert opinion on a treasured family heirloom.
It's been around the house, but mostly out of sight and not seen, so it'd be nice for it to be on display.
Right, this helmet is fairly intact. There's two major things that are wrong. One is that the crest is pretty dented. The other thing is the leather inner, which is in real poor condition. These helmets were made in quite large numbers, and they're all made of brass, and most of it's either soldered together or screwed together, so it should come apart fairly easy. So, oops, it's just fallen out. Well, that's good. That makes my job a lot easier.
Steve can manage the exterior of the helmet, but the leather interior needs specialist attention. So he's recruiting his sister, saddle maker Susie. With Dom and Susie doing their bit, Steve can now concentrate on restoring the brass links that make up the chin strap.
I'm just going to repair them and solder them back on. It's very, very thin. I guess it's been polished so many times that it's worn down. Right, so I've just got to solder this one. Pop that in the joint.
Steve, Susie and Dom have all played their part. Now it's time to piece it back together.
Whoa. Just in time. That looks fantastic.
See, I knew you could do it. So good.
I know it's far from perfect, but it's just kind of as far as I dare go. I'm so worried about it cracking. It's really so thin. So
you've made my job very, very easy. Thank you so much.
No, you're welcome. Cheers. Happy to help.
Just getting to the final stages now. I'm polishing it up, and as soon as I've got it completely polished, I can then put it all back together again, which I'm looking forward to.
Steve needs to shine the helmet to fire department standards, as ex-station commander Stewart has returned for inspection.
Hello, Stuart.
Hi, Steve.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. You all right?
Good. You're looking forward to this moment?
Yes, I'm very excited.
Excellent. Do you remember how it was when you brought it in?
Yeah, it was dull, dishevelled and dented, I think.
Yeah.
It looked a bit sad.
Right, I won't leave you in suspense any longer.
OK. That is incredible. That really is incredible. I wasn't expecting it to look like that. I've never seen it look like that.
All right.
Better than I've ever seen it. I can't see where it was dented, and it's polished brilliantly. That is incredible. Thank you.
This has been a great project to do. It's been a real team effort.
It's like a new one. Thank you, Steve, for all your work and your colleagues have done on it.
Thank you. There we are.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Next, through the repair shop doors, Janet from Winchester, accompanied by her husband, John. She's brought a very important piece of her childhood that needs the expert touch of toy restoration duo Amanda and Julie.
Look. Quite big.
Oh, look, wheels and everything.
Yeah. Here he comes.
So you remember him without this covering?
Well, it must be like 65 years ago. I know he was getting very threadbare on the back. I think his face might have had some damage as well.
So how did you come to have Wheelie Ted?
My father worked for a lady, and I think that she gave him to him for me because I was borderline cerebral palsy.
Okay.
I couldn't walk, and I think she thought it might help because he was sturdy and he would keep me upright.
He was actually the person that helped you to walk?
I'm sure he had a great benefit because, you know, he's big, so you'd have to walk with him. You couldn't sit on the floor and play. I mean, there weren't things like walkers and all the things that you get nowadays. Wheelie Ted was sort of a companion, and now he needs a bit of TLC. I'd love him to look like a bear again. It would be lovely to see him without his coat.
It's going to be an absolute honour to do this for you.
Oh, that's good. You'll be all right, I'm sure.
He will.
Julie and Amanda's first task is to remove the bear's cover that Janet's mum made all those years ago. In the process, it will reveal not only what condition he's in, but could confirm a suspicion Amanda has about Wheelie Ted's origin.
I've got a really, really good feeling that we might be looking at an early Steiff bear on wheels. There's another layer of felt, look here, and it's red. And that is, to my mind, definitely Steiff. Yeah. Definitely.
Steiff is a world-famous German toy brand that rose to prominence during the Victorian era. Their bears are considered extremely collectible, depending on their condition.
Oh, look. Oh, that's not so bad. We've got his eyes. There's his original nose and a bit of his original mouth. Fantastic. But this, obviously, we need to take it off and see what's going on under this muzzle.
This elderly bear now needs a careful shampoo. Leaving Susie to finish the collar, Amanda and Julie can begin making all their repairs blend in with Wheelie Ted's distinguished old features. When lifelong owner Janet brought Wheelie Ted to the repair shop, his original features were hidden from view.
He looked more like a lamb, I think, than a teddy bear. No, I'm so excited. I just can't really wait to see him again. Oh, my goodness. And he's got a collar. Isn't he wonderful? I mean, it means so much to me. I had a feeling I might cry. I mean, it's so emotional, really. After so long, and he looks like a bear again. And he's got a friend.